here in South Jersey saw rain this morning, but we saw a line of organized thunderstorms roll through the coast, and that's why our rainfall totals are over a ½ inch from LBI all the way to West Cape May. Now, we are almost out of the woods with these thunderstorms. The showers and storms from this morning will pass, so that cloud cover will move away. We'll see plenty of sunshine here that we see to our west, but if you look to our north and west, you see those clouds, and that will eventually spark up some thunderstorms that will make its way into the region later this afternoon. But for the next couple of hours, until about, we'll say 3 or 4 o'clock, we are dry. And then 5 o'clock, you see those thunderstorms pop back up. They'll be around for a couple of hours. Not everywhere, though. And then by 9 o'clock, we're dry here. And you see our 11 o'clock radar. All is dry in South Jersey. Here's our daytime planner. I do believe you have a good amount of dry time from here on out, but we'll give you some orange lights for cutting the lawn just because the grass is wet, and beach and pool time just because it's going to be relatively cloudy at the shore until about 2 or 2:30 or so. So maybe not the best beach day depending on what time you're getting there. Then as we go into the rest of our afternoon, we'll pop up to around 80 degrees for our high temperature. That's 5 degrees below average, but a good jump up from where we have been for most of the day, just around 70. A couple of showers and storms after 3 o'clock. If you're heading out on the water, just watch for those storms, but otherwise I think we're fine. Those thunderstorms aren't everywhere. We have light winds, we have seas 3 to 2 feet if you're over at the Delaware Bay, and after our morning high tide, we'll be going to low tide between 2 to 4:30 p.m. Speaking of the waters, we have our coastal flooding to talk about as well. We're going to get just into minor flood stage here in South Jersey. A few roads are going to flood in the usual spots: Black Horse Pike, White Horse Pike, West End Avenue over in Ventnor, but no damages to homes or businesses. This is the nuisance flooding that we've seen a couple of times throughout the week this week so far. Low temperatures tonight will be in the mid to upper 60s everywhere. Pretty similar to last night, but we don't have the dampness in the air, especially after midnight as those storms get away from us. So a very good night to leave the windows open for some natural air conditioning. The reason for that is that drier air. Again, typically when you talk about dew points, over 70 is sticky or oppressive. Over 60 is when you really start to at least feel a little bit of moisture in the air. But once you get below 60, it is just dry air here. We'll have this autumnal feel for Stowe Creek, Vineland, Hampton, getting over to Jackson. But even for those of you closer to the shore, mid-60s for your dew points, not that bad for mid-August. Temperatures will be cooperating as well. Shades of September. Temperatures about 5 degrees below average for this time of year, 75 to 80 generally for us. A very comfortable day. And then we're going to talk about something that's a little more uncomfortable, and that is the tropical outlook as we go into this weekend. This is our 5-day tropical outlook, so none of these are actually named storms yet, but it looks like we'll have Laura here that develops probably in the next 24 hours or so, then Marco, and then we have Nana, which is right now in Africa, but it'll roll off the coast. So the tropics, which have been plenty active so far, are heating up, and we are going to more than likely eclipse the record for our earliest L storm on record and our earliest M storm on record. And we look towards our second M storm. That was another one that happened in 2011. It was actually named Lee. It's a long story, but pretty much it got reclassified after the hurricane season in 2011. That's why it was retroactively assigned to Lee as its name, even though it was an M storm, or in terms of the number of storms we were up to that point in the alphabet. And we look to have both Laura and Marco by August 23rd. Here's our mainland 7-day forecast. Thursday, Friday, very comfortable days. More cloud cover on Friday, though. As we look towards the weekend, not a washout, but we still need to determine just how wet both of these days will be. Looks like there will be thunderstorms for your Saturday night as well. But again, no washout in South Jersey.